Welcome to Flying Smoke. Today we are going to do another charcoal shootout. This one was inspired when I went to Ohio, met some old friends, and they asked me to cook. I went to a local store, started in Arkansas, figured out. They had two kinds of charcoal. They had Kingsford Classic and Royal Oak Classic. And I realized that there are a lot of areas in this country that, or a lot of smaller towns, you don't have access to some of the more competition-ready charcoals that I've been showing. So I have done Kingsford Blue Bag, and I've done Royal Oak, but never head-to-head. That's what you're going to see today. No holds barred, head-to-head charcoal. Let's get started. It is really hot out here, but I wanted to shoot this charcoal video. It's a shootout. I was recently on a trip to Ohio and I went to a local Walmart there and I found something kind of neat. There was only two kinds of charcoal available, Royal Oak and Kingsford. So if you're from a state that maybe hasn't got a lot of, let's call them exotic charcoals, even though they're not, B&B, devil charcoal, I can't remember the name of that one, cowboy charcoal, Fogo charcoal. There are so many different kinds of charcoals out there, and then there's the off-brands. Well, this is all you have. So what if you want to cook steak at an SCA event, and this is actually going to do well for me because if I'm out of my B&B charcoal and I have to use this because I'm not going to miss the steak contest, which one's going to do it? So it's going to be a standard SCA style. We got two chimneys here, two starter cubes inside. Okay. So I'm going to put Royal Oak in the one that's closest to the lid, and I'm going to put Kingsford in the one that's closest to the little table here. All right, this is the Royal Oak. They're both to the top. And just so you can see the difference, this is Kingsford, this is Royal Oak. Kingsford's got two ribs down the middle, Royal Oak has one. And I have charcoal on me. Here we go. The timer's rolling. We're gonna go Kingsford first. Give it just a few seconds. There's one. There's two, and they're rolling. As you can see, with the light off, I knew Kingsford's going to be really smoky. Royal Oak, I'm not really sure about, but this is Kingsford, remember? This is the Royal Oak. All right, they're a minute in. We're going to come back after I go inside and cool off it. But yeah, look at the Kingsford just rolling smoke. And Royal Oak's not so much. We're going to give them a few minutes and change out camera batteries, and we'll come back. We'll see you in a few minutes. Here we are, 15 minutes in. Already, I can see a marked difference in the two. If you can come on in, Michelle. The Kingsford is burning all the way to the top. It's got flames lapping off of it. The flames are just starting to come off of the Royal Oak. The Kingsford has dropped a little bit more. The Royal Oak's still at the top. But at this rate, I would say the Kingsford's going to be ready to drop first and the Royal Oak will be ready to drop second. Typically when I drop charcoal with B&B, it's 30 minutes. They stay all the way to the top. You can watch any of my videos, that's fine. I'm roasting right now, but that's okay. We'll come back in a few minutes and we'll show you when they're ready to drop, and they will drop when they're ready to drop. All right, 25 minutes in. All right, so Kingsford, Royal Oak. The Kingsford is looking like it's going to be a few minutes ahead. If you remember, one of the things that I key on for SCA steak cook-offs is drop. The Kingsford has dropped more than the Royal Oak. What do I mean by drop? Literally, it was even with the top. It's now come down about 2 inches, and 1 inch for the Royal Oak, 2 inches for the Kingsford. Why does that matter? in steak cook-off, most of us use grill grates. The closer your coals are and stay to your grill grates, the better your sear is going to be. The grill grates will prevent all flare-ups because of the way they're designed. If you don't believe me, YouTube it. So I want my coals to stay big and to the top. Typically, my stuff's ready to drop at about 30 minutes. The Kingsford might actually be done a minute or two early.
This is kind of my eye view.
I can't stress this enough, guys and gals. Cheap pair of welding gloves. I got the long ones. These are the 16-inch welded gloves. These have saved my skin more times than I can count. I actually had to go get a new chimney because when you have the two chimneys in proximity, they're going to get really hot. We're at 28. The Kingsford's ready to drop. 2 minutes early, yay! Here we go. Kingsford's going out. Okay, as you can see, all the coals are raging hot. And we're going to give the Royal Oak a couple more minutes. I'm going to sit this over here so we don't want any accidents. While I have a minute, I want to show you the Kingsford briquettes are really, really ashy right now, and they're really, really small. If I can show you this is a Kingsford briquette when it comes out of the bag, and that's what they look like, and that's why you're getting drop. It's pretty much ready to go. So we'll drop it in 30 minutes. 54, 55, 56, 58, 59, and 60. All right, you can see a little bit of difference in them. I'm gonna put my grill grates on, and I'm testing out a new cooking spray. Normally I use Crisco in competitions. Today I'm gonna try Pam grilling. So I'm gonna give it a good coat. I'm doing everything just like I do in competition. The Pam is a little bit, it's not going on as clear. It actually has a white, so it's easier to follow. But I don't know what the smoke point is going to be on it. I'll give it a good thick coating. All right, I'm going to stop the timer, reset it, and hit start. And now we're going to time and see how long it takes to get the grates up to temperature. Okay, so we're a minute in, and I'm going to use this. It's a ThermalWorks HVAC gun. It shoots the little laser beams, and I got the one that you can get, the one that's got a single beam. I like the one that's got multiple beams because you get an average read. So I'm going to go with the center of the Kingsford, 480, center of the Royal Oak, 475. They're almost identical, and they're a minute in. We're just at 3 minutes in. The reason I started shooting this is we're at 3 minutes in and the smoke's starting to roll, and the Kingsford side is 650 and the Royal Oak side is 640. But this is also a new cooking spray that I have never used before. It's Pam. Normally I use Crisco. This smoke is not really starting to roll till I get closer to my temp, so it may actually have a higher smoke point, which is good for me. The cicadas seem to like it. Kingsford all the way around. There's 650 in the middle, 640, 630, 660, 650, 650 all the way around, and the smoke is rolling, which I don't think the Crisco makes it to this hot. So let's do the Royal Oak. 650, 608, 540, 535, 620. Already got some cold spots on the Royal Oak side. This is about where I want to be. I think I might have a new cooking spray. I need it to take high heats. I really prefer duck fat. I think duck fat gives a nice shimmer to your grill, and it's a better lift off, and you get the plus for flavor. Right now, the Kingsford, we're at 5 minutes and 40 seconds, 729. The center of the Royal Oak, 649. If you go back and watch some of my other videos, Royal Oak charcoal didn't do that well with me the last time, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm not impressed with it again. if I had to go, so far, this is just what I see, my opinion, so far Kingsford's going to get the nod. So if I had to have one charcoal, and that was all there was with the two big hitters in Royal Oak versus Kingsford, so far it's Kingsford. And I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with the PAM spray. It's handling the heat. It's still got a visible oil sheen on it, and the center of the Kingsford, 730, center of the Royal Oak, 650. That's amazing. That's a notable difference. In competition, typically I wait 10 minutes and I run the grill wide open. Then I will drop the lid to the grill because I want to get this heated up as well, because it's ambient heat and it all helps. It cooks like it's like an oven, an outdoor oven. This is a PK, it's a portable kitchen. Let me get the center of that Kingsford, 753. Center of the Royal Oak, 652. And that's 8 minutes in. They're both ready to cook on. In about a minute or so, I will drop the top of this. And then somebody asked me on this video I did before, let's say which one of these burns out the fastest. I don't know. We'll come back out and shoot a picture of them, and I'll wrap it up in post. We're at 9 minutes in. 764. 652. This is a clear winner. The Kingsford wins. Again, I'm going to let, it's 9 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and close up the cover to the PK. And that way, in steak cook-offs, again, I'm using this lid and building up heat in it, so it's literally like an oven. And we'll let these things roll, and I'll take a picture and show you which one did what and how long it took. It's a result. What'd you think? I was surprised. I figured they would be close because I've shot both charcoals, but when I put them head to head, the clear winner is Kingsford. And I'm going to put a picture up here in a second. There it is. Of the shot that I took 1 hour after the charcoal had been dropped. Just to show that, back on me. Just to show that the Kingsford charcoal was still burning hot. It was ashed over good. I will add one more thing. The next day, well actually 2 days later, I went back and cleaned out the charcoal from the PK grill, and a lot of the Royal Oak chunks never even fully burned off. The Kingsford was powder. So that's a result. Leave your comments below, subscribe. Helps us put out videos. This video is actually sort of a compilation of ideas that I got from y'all's comments. I appreciate it. We've got a steak cook-off coming up real soon, and the World Championships. I know everybody's rooting for me, right? Please send them. I want to win. Is in Fort Worth in October. So we're going to keep making videos. I will try to shoot some stuff from the World Championship, but it's going to be very busy. But I'd like to show all you beginning steak cookers of what you can attain. And it's possible. I started this just a little over a year ago, and I'm going to the World Championships. So we're going to probably do another charcoal video, and then we'll get back to some cooking videos as the temperatures cool off. Anyway, keep your comments coming. I read them all, good and bad. And I appreciate you watching Flying Smoke. Take care.